Welcome back, child. Things are getting worse out here, but I'm sure it's not easy for you either. You really don't look well at all.
Thank you for your concern, my lord. Another one has been defeated. But I'm afraid that Lady Ellie and I was right. The messengers. They're becoming more powerful with each one that falls. And this is affecting us too.
Elianai is a problem, child. At first, we thought she could be unstable due to the influence of the tower. But I fear that it is much more than that. What she knows, and her connection with Arcane, is unnatural. We think she is deeply involved with everything that's happening, or even the architect behind Arcane and the Grimoire prophecy.
You, Creighton. Is there something wrong with your head?
Be quiet this instant, Ergo Mundus. I'm sorry, my lord, but I share Ergo's concern. The First Saint may be an unusual woman, but she's been an ally to us from the beginning.
I don't want to believe it either. She is, after all, the founder of our order. But everything she has done so far, even the relationship between Ergo's seals and the tower, could be her plan to regain her lost body. Just be careful with her. We can't be sure of her real intentions. Now take this and go. You are getting closer to the end of this nightmare.
As soon as
This is the end.
You have come to my world, a place of pathways. Now, let me do something in return for your help. I will tell you some little secrets of the other rooms.
This is the end. This is the end. This is the end.
Ugh.
Oh, God. What is it, baby? Are you lost? I'm a book, not a compass. Figure it out.
You have come to my now. There is a fragment of memory hidden somewhere in this room. Look for it carefully.
Hey, baby. Not that I'll complain, but, be careful when you sit down, considering where you've got me.
Shut up. Druaga, the great imperial arbiter, was the perfect warrior. He wasn't born with unique powers, but for as long as he could remember, since he was old enough to wield a weapon, Druaga lived for greatness. In his youth, he traveled the world in search of glory, and there is no doubt that he succeeded. He overcame impossible feats, defeated enemies no other man could, and his charisma allowed him to become the greatest imperial agent of his era. So, when he turned 50 and was selected to become the personal tutor of the young Elijah Giovanni, future emperor of the world, Druaga felt a mixture of pride and satisfaction. That boy would become his legacy, and even if he could not become as great as the Arbiter himself, a part of Druaga would always live on inside of him. But when he started training Elijah, who would someday occupy the imperial throne, Druaga understood. The young man would eventually surpass him easily. It was not a question of talent or will. Elijah had real power. Day after day, year after year, the truth was becoming painfully obvious to the old Arbiter. In this world, there were special people, beings endowed with superior skills that shake the very foundations of fate, and Druaga was just a bystander. Elijah would be everything that the Arbiter was not, and do things that he could never do. That idea filled Druaga with satisfaction. He loved the young man as if he were his own son. He was proud of him. But why then was there a part of him that was so upset?
Somewhere in this place, you will find a metal plate with an inscription. Watch it closely. It will help you to open the central door in the square.
This is the end.
Somewhere in this.
Druaga awoke. His strange dreams were becoming more frequent and annoying. While he was washing his face, he took the opportunity to look at himself in the mirror and confirmed what he already feared. The lack of rest had begun to affect him physically. Why wasn't he special? In his head, he repeated the same question again and again. It had been several days since Elijah had left with his fiancée to investigate a series of strange events. When thinking about what the boy could be doing at the time, the old man smiled. The future emperor was a lot like him when he was young, with a strong sense of justice and an avid desire to do great things. But the arbiter knew that Elijah would go much farther than he ever did. He would do things of which the old man could only dream. At the end of the day, Druaga had barriers he could not cross. Thinking about it, the arbiter felt extremely exhausted. He gave orders to the chamberlain that today he would not leave his quarters, and went back to bed. And then, while he was deeply asleep, a strange thought crossed his mind. If the world had not chosen him, he would force it to do so.
There is a fragment of memory hidden somewhere.
Hey, baby. You know what the best part about this adventure has been so far? Banging against your ass for hours.
Ugh.
There is a fragment.
old knight walked slowly through the ruins towards the heart of the Shrine of Four Seasons. Someone normal would never have been able to arrive there. The place was not real in a traditional way and was protected by ancient guardians. But the Arbiter knew very well what he was doing. In this forgotten temple, entities that in the past were worshipped as gods had erected a mystic system to keep the order of the spiritual world, an order that Druaga was about to destroy. Once he was at the edge of the platform, the Arbiter looked at the bottomless pit that stretched before him. There, in the depths of the earth, laid the supernatural fibers that supported the world. He knew why he had come and what he wanted. Was it really his idea? Or had something dark whispered words to him while he slept? It didn't really matter. The Arbiter jumped into the depths, destroying the supernatural structure that supported the temple. Chaos broke out, and his body shook for one last time as all of that energy went into him.